The basic WordPress for Toastmasters software is available for free, and there are instructions on the WordPress for Toastmasters site about how to download it and install it on your own server. But the easiest way to get access, which I'd recommend even if you eventually want to move to your own server, the easiest way to get access is to sign up for an account at the toastmost.org website. Now, if you already have a password, if you belong to a club such as Online Presenters or Digital Communicators that uses this service, you can log in with your password and go straight to the sign up form. Brand new, then you're going to go through an additional step, which is to sign up first for the email list. So this is a way of me, first of all, verifying that you have a valid email address that you're associating with the account. And also, it gets you on the email list so that I can follow up with you about news about the platform. So we get a message saying you're almost finished. You need to check your email. So go over and check your email. You'll get a message that says, please confirm your subscription. Say, yes, subscribe me to the list. And the confirmation message then includes a link back to the website where I can complete the process of filling out the form. So I don't have your name at this point, so you're going to type in your name, the name of your club, and the web address that you want. Now initially that's going to be something.toastmost.org. If you want to register a web domain, which costs maybe $15 per year, you can do that and associate it with the site later. You just have to follow up with me. But for a starter website, we're going to do myclub.toastmost.org. So we're going to put in some basic details, including anything about a regular schedule that we might have and what time zone we're in. The system needs to know time zones. That's fairly important. So we'll make some basic choices here and say submit. And we get back confirmation that my site is being created. This has also assigned us just a random password. And that password also gets emailed off to you, as I'll show you in a moment. It's come back and said it's set up so that we can go ahead and start to set up our site. As you can see, yes, the information is also in an email. So I might want to copy that and go into this form. And I'm going to put in my email address and that password. Now when I follow the link to finish site setup, I land in this wizard. So this is similar to how, if you've ever used a program like TurboTax, which asks you a bunch of questions and then tries to set up your tax return, trying to pull together a number of different things that are on maybe different settings pages, different documents that you'll set up for your agenda template, bring them together in one place. So it asks you some questions about the setup of your meeting. And this might not exactly match how you do things, but it'll get you into the ballpark, hopefully. So how much time do you allow for welcome and introductions at the beginning of the meeting? And then once the Toastmaster of the day is introduced, how much time do they have to introduce themselves, and maybe they introduce the other role players? What are some of the other roles that you have at your club? Here are some common ones, but maybe you don't have a body language monitor, but you do have somebody who gives an invocation at the beginning. So we'll put that over here. All right. Number of speakers and evaluators at a typical meeting. Depending on the length of your meeting and some other factors, you might have more or less than 3. And if we do table topics, when do we do them? Do we do them before speakers, or maybe do them after speakers and before the evaluators? Do we take a break in the middle of the meeting? Yeah, we do a 5-minute break after speakers. So these are some things that you can use to sort of rough up the outlines of your agenda, and you can go in and refine it later. I'll be showing you more about that. So now we have a rough plan for our meeting. We do want to include a widget on the agenda for our theme and word of the day. We do want to include a widget on the agenda for members to mark that they expect to be absent for a specific meeting so that we don't pester them to sign up for a role. Some other options, do we want to include the RSVP button on the home page, a guest registration feature? And I think this is useful to give the VP of membership a lead to follow up on. And in the confirmation message, we can also include information like if you're meeting online, your Zoom address, maybe if you're meeting hybrid, your Zoom address plus the directions to your physical meeting place. So we'll say yes to that. And we'll say yes to turning on the time zone. And we will click next. Now there's some more things that are presented about setting up passwords. And since I was just assigned a random password, I might want to change my password. I can do that by clicking this button. Also for security, it's better not to keep a password that was emailed to you because somebody might hack your email someday. So you should probably change that either now or later. We can put in whether our officer role is just going to be webmaster, or maybe we hold a more formal role, such as VP of Public Relations. And it might be a good time to also invite in another member of the club who is going to help you with the setup. So we'll invite in our VP of Public Relations, and we want them to also be an editor on the site. So we could invite in several people to help us kind of kick the tires, test it out, and decide whether this is going to make sense for our club. And an option here is whether we want to activate officer and member email distribution lists. So this is where we can write to one address, and here it's showing up as test29@toastmost.org would be a message to all members. Test29-officers@toastmost.org would go to all officers, and only members can write to those lists so that you don't get spam from the outside world. I say next, and now I have a basic setup. This actually might be good enough to get started with at least testing and experimenting with the site, but there are links from this page to some of the next steps you might want to take, and a copy of this list also will get emailed off to you. So edit your home page, tell everyone what makes your club special, learn about WordPress, view the role sign-up page, and maybe start to edit some of these things. So in the next little video clip, I'm going to show you what you would do after you follow this link to edit your home page.